Welcome back to Afrospectrum, the heartbeat of Africa's story, told with pride, power, and proof. Today, we dive into a football tale the world tries to ignore. The moments African nations shook global football to its core, delivering shocks, upsets, records, and history-making achievements. All while battling limited infrastructure, low funding, long travels, and almost zero global support. Yet, despite all that, Africa rose. This is the top 10 most surprising football achievements by African countries on the world stage. Moments so big, they forced the world to respect the motherland. Get ready, because number 1 will leave you speechless. Let's begin. Number 10, Morocco. Women reached the round of 16 on their World Cup debut, 2023. In 2023, the world witnessed something nobody, and I mean nobody, had on their bingo card. Morocco's women's national team, playing in their first ever Women's World Cup, not only won matches, they reached the round of 16, shocking nations with decades of investment. Remember, Morocco had never appeared at a Women's World Cup. They came from a continent where only 7% of federations fully fund women's football. Their group contained Colombia, ranked top 25, and South Korea, former quarterfinalists. And yet, the Atlas Lionesses pulled off the impossible, beat South Korea 1-0, becoming the first Arab nation ever to win a WWC match. Defeated Colombia 1-0, a team that had stunned Germany earlier. From debutantes to history makers in days, a Cinderella story. African edition. Number 9, Nigeria. Women reached the quarterfinals of the 1999 Women's World Cup before Europe even started taking women's football seriously. Nigeria was already there, carrying Africa on its back. The Super Falcons stunned the world in 1999 by reaching the quarterfinals of the Women's World Cup, the first African nation ever to do so. Let's break the numbers. Nigeria scored 7 goals in the group stage, more than Germany, Brazil, or Sweden. They defeated North Korea and Denmark, nations with far better resources. And in the quarterfinal, they played arguably the greatest match in Women's World Cup history, a 4-3 extra-time thriller against Brazil. At a time when African women's football budgets were barely enough to pay for boots, Nigeria stood toe-to-toe with global giants. Number 8, Ghana 2-0 Czech Republic, 2006 World Cup. In 2006, the Czech Republic came into the World Cup ranked number 2 in the world. Their golden generation, Nedved, Rosicky, Koller, Čech, was supposed to dominate. Then Ghana showed up. The Black Stars didn't just beat the Czechs, they outplayed them, outran them, outfought them, and shocked global analysts who had written Ghana off. Let the stats talk. Ghana had only 36% possession, yet created more big chances. Asamoah Gyan scored within 2 minutes, silencing skeptics instantly. The win resurrected Africa's tournament, which had started badly for the continent. This game forced the world to say, Ghana is not just here to participate, they're here to dominate. Number 7, Cameroon. Wins Olympic gold, 2000. When the Sydney 2000 Olympics began, nobody expected much from Cameroon. Their squad was full of homegrown players, many without European exposure. Meanwhile, Spain arrived with Xavi, Puyol, Albelda, Gabri, a squad valued at the time at over $150 million, compared to Cameroon's less than $10 million. Spain went 2-0 up. Commentators were already calling the match finished, but Africa doesn't read scripts. We write new ones. Cameroon roared back to 2-2, forced penalties, and then won gold to become only the second African nation to ever do it, after Nigeria in '96. A win achieved through grit, energy, talent, and pure African belief. Number 6, Nigeria's U17 dominance, 5 world titles, record. Now this one, the world still can't explain. Nigeria, A country with inconsistent youth systems, chaotic federations, and limited facilities is somehow the most successful U-17 football nation in history. 5 FIFA U-17 World Cup titles: 1985, 1993, 2007, 2013, 2015. No other country has more than 3. Let that sink in. The country with the least resources in the top 5 is number 1. Nigeria's U-17 have beaten elite nations like Germany, Spain, Brazil, and Mexico repeatedly. Whether it's raw talent, hunger, street football brilliance, or something mystical, the Golden Eaglets remain football's greatest youth mystery. Number 5. Nigeria reaches 5th in the FIFA World Rankings, 1994. The highest ever position by an African country. This one still bothers many Europeans. In April 1994, Nigeria climbed to 5th in the world, ahead of Italy, England, France, and the Netherlands. How did they do it? Won the 1994 AFCON convincingly, beat Bulgaria 3-0 at the World Cup, a Bulgaria team that would go on to reach the semi-finals. Lost narrowly to Italy in the round of 16 after leading until the 88th minute. All this with a fraction of the budget of European powerhouses. Nigeria's rise to world top 5 stands as a painful reminder to the world. Africa has always had the talent. Only the system has held Africa back. Number 4. Senegal 1-0 France, 2002 World Cup. Before the 2002 World Cup began, France were the defending world champions and the reigning European champions. They had Zidane, Henry, Trezeguet, Vieira, a squad worth hundreds of millions. Senegal, on the other hand, had 0 World Cup experience, players mostly in League One or lower leagues, a team assembled on a budget smaller than Zidane's salary. And yet, Senegal shocked the world, beating France 1-0, with Papa Bouba Diop writing his name into African football immortality. France failed to score a single goal in the entire tournament. Senegal went on to reach the quarterfinals, only the second African team ever to do so. That match wasn't just an upset, it was a seismic shift. Number 3, Morocco reaches the 2022 World Cup semifinals, the first African and Arab country ever. If there was ever a campaign that proved African football isn't developing, it's already here. It was Morocco in 2022. Their run was outrageous. Topped a group with Croatia and Belgium, knocked out Spain, 2010 world champions, knocked out Portugal with Ronaldo crying on the sidelines, reached the semi-finals, the first African country in history to do so. Conceded only 1 goal in their first 5 matches, and it was an own goal. Meanwhile, Morocco's federation budget is less than 5% of the combined budgets of the nations they eliminated. Money doesn't buy heart. Money doesn't buy soul. Africa proved it. Number 2. Cameroon 1-0. Argentina, 1990 World Cup. The upset that announced Africa to the world June 8, 1990. Defending champions Argentina, with Diego Maradona at his peak, walked onto the pitch expecting a warm-up match. Cameroon had other plans. Despite 2 red cards, despite being written off by every bookmaker on earth, Cameroon scored through Francois Omambiik and held on for a legendary 1-0 win. This wasn't just a victory, it was a declaration. Africa is here. Africa is fearless. Africa will not bow. Cameroon went on to become the first African team to reach the World Cup quarterfinals, narrowly losing to England in extra time. To this day, many historians call it the biggest opening match upset in World Cup history. Number 1. Nigeria, 4-3 Brazil, 1996 Olympics. The greatest comeback and shock in African football history. Number 1 could be nothing else. Brazil came in with Ronaldo, the original, Roberto Carlos, Bebeto, Rivaldo, Aldair, Juninho. A squad valued at over $200 million back then. The equivalent of over $700 million today. Nigeria? A group of hungry boys with dreams bigger than their circumstances. Brazil led 3-1. Commentators wrote Nigeria off. Then the impossible happened. Victor Ikpeba made it 3-2. Kanu Nwankwo equalized in the 90th minute. And then, in extra time, Kanu again. Golden goal. Nigeria 4-3 Brazil. Brazil stunned. The world confused. Africa ecstatic. Nigeria went on to beat Argentina in the final, securing Africa's first ever Olympic football gold. No African result on the world stage carries more weight, drama, symbolism, or global shock value. This was more than football. It was a moment of continental pride. And there you have it, the top 10 most surprising, unbelievable, world-shaking achievements by African nations on the global football stage. What makes these moments special is not just the victories, it's the odds, the challenges, the obstacles, the disrespect. Africa has always had the talent. Africa has always had the heart. And despite limited facilities, poor funding, political drama, and systemic disadvantages, Africa still created some of the greatest moments the world has ever seen. If this doesn't prove African football's greatness, nothing will. This is Afrospectrum, where the African story is told with pride, data, and unapologetic confidence. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe, and drop your favorite African football moment in the comments. Until next time, Africa to the world. Today, tomorrow, always.